Hello, today I want to speak about Lee Anderson, Tory MP who's been suspended for speaking the truth, in my opinion, about Sadiq Khan and Islam in London, where basically London's been taken over by Islamists. And personally, I agree more with Suella Braverman that Islamists is basically running this country through this gutless, treasonous, cowardly government. They're terrified of upsetting anybody. They're terrified of terror attacks. But anyway, getting back to Lee Anderson, he's speaking the truth for me. He's speaking for the silent majority of people in this country. These pro-Palestinian marchers who support child killing, child rapists, women murdering rapists, Hamas, which is a terrorist group as far as this country is concerned. They're being allowed to protest with the protection and the cohesion of the police and Sadiq Khan. That's my personal opinion. Just yesterday, they stopped the traffic on Tower Bridge in London, letting off fireworks and flares. There'll be nobody arrested, there'll be nobody charged. And why is that? Now, the way I see it is Lee Anderson has gladly, in my opinion, opened a can of worms about Khan. For me, he's nothing but the sepsis of London. This has gone on now for 3 or 4 months. These pro-Palestinian marchers supporting Hamas, not a word said, disrupting Remembrance Day with the protests on which is our most sacred day for our fallen in this country, that's give all, to give these people freedom and lives they couldn't dream of in the countries where they come from. Again, Khan, he's decorated, put murals up at certain tube stations that's been revamped, of all about diversity and black people and Asian people, but not a thing about the white working class British people who gave all in 2 world wars, as did a lot of people from the Commonwealth. Let's not get that wrong, but nothing about that. But then again, I think Khan's only second generation of Pakistani origin or Bengali, wherever it is. He's only second generation. He might know the full history of this country, but if it doesn't involve minorities, he's not interested and he won't celebrate it. He's 100% racially pro-bias towards minorities, especially people of Islam. That's how I see it, and I totally agree with Lee Anderson, and I agree even more with Suella Braverman. You've got a local election in Rochdale the other day. The town which harbours the most child rapists in this country, well, all racially motivated rapes by 95-97% of Pakistani men on white British children, which again has been ignored, covered up by the establishment in the fear of upsetting Islam. Well, as far as I'm concerned, people involved in this Islam and these rapes can basically get fucked. You've got that beast of Rochdale, should have been deported 9 years ago when he got out of jail. And this beast, pig of a man, is still allowed to stay in this country. I just hope more people come out in defence of Lee Anderson, and where Sadiq Khan gets the nerve to say that what he says is racist regarding the religion of Islam and Muslim people. He's talking utter codswallop, utter bullshit. Not one word of condemnation of the threats and the bullying of people of the Jewish faith in London by race hate, bigot Muslims towards the people of the Jewish faith. But like I say, he'll jump on anything that's anti-British and anything that fits his and this left-wing woke agenda. Well, hopefully, with Lee Anderson's comments and Suella Braverman, hopefully the silent majority wake up and start to listen, and it's time we fought back and meet these protests head on instead of sitting back like little patsies and let these walk all over our country. Someone's got to give, and the sooner the better. Me, I salute Lee Anderson, I salute Suella Braverman. Sadiq Khan, you are the sepsis of London. 21 teenagers, I'm talking teenagers, knifed to death last year in London. That's without teenagers being stabbed and being shot and everything else that's going on in London. But it's everybody else's fault but Khan's. And like I says, he's like the invisible man when it's people of the Muslim faith and these Islamists running amok in London or anywhere in this country. One word against Islam and Muslims and you're a racist. Well, for me, Khan, you can get fucked. And the sooner, the better. It's my opinion on you. I don't like you and you're not fit enough to run London. That's how I see it. And the quicker you're out of power, the better. Personally, I can't see it. I think for the next 2 years, the way this woke agenda is in this country, I think you will be the leader of the Labour Party. I hope I'm wrong, but if it does happen, you'll see civil war in this country. I said before in a previous video, the army will be on the streets within the next 10 years. And I'll say it now, the army will be on the streets of this country in less than 18 months. Wait and see. See you later, people. Bye.